Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Line Golf Academy. Today we're going to be playing a 2 versus 2. 2 of me versus 2 of me. Now how we're going to do this is I'm going to take 2 best balls versus my 2 worst balls. So every shot I'm going to hit 4 of them, but it's 2 different people. So person number 1 is going to hit 2 golf balls and take the best ball. Person number 2 is going to hit 2 golf balls and take the worst ball. Now once we get out there, we're going to compare our scores, and it should be about 2 or 3 under for the best ball and 2 or 3 over for the worst ball. Now that is a good indication of my weaknesses. Now all of a sudden, if I have 7 or 8 over for 3 holes, I know I'm suffering something. It could be a long game or a short game.
And this is where my mic went out. I swear in that place it must be a Bermuda Triangle, because the mic works great, but as soon as I get to this area of the golf course, it just cuts out. What's up, everybody? This is Voiceover Tony. I'm going to take you through my round today. We start with the good guys off, and one just bombed it down the middle, slight draw, and the second guy was even better, right down the center. So we ended up taking one of those two, and here comes the bad guys, which is the worst ball. And you can see I rope hooked that thing. I think I hit a wall and it kicked back forward and back in play. And the second guy was smooth as butter, but unfortunately we can't take that butter. We've got to take Mr. Rope Hook. So we got stuck in the trees. I tried to bail one out. You can see I hit it low and left. It did okay because it missed that tree on the left side and rolled out. And then the second guy, I just didn't want to do any worse because this is worst ball. So as long as I did better than the first one, I'm in play. Now we go to the good guy. He's about 130 yards out. This is a 9-iron opened up. I know I'm going uphill. I need to get some more on this, so I take 1 club more and just take a smoother approach. I take a lot of dirt, and yes, I'm going to go and plant some carrots there for next year, and we will maybe get some peaches. I'm over here trying to figure out which one is which, and you can see my worst golf ball. This is the worst one of the 2, so I'm left with 2 pitches. I just get this thing somewhere in the green. I'm just telling myself, look, I just don't want to start out with a double. Let's get this thing in control. And I'm walking around like Benny Hill trying to figure out which putter's which. I take this guy, and I say, there's no way I can make 2 of them. I make 1 of them, but I don't make that second one. And before you say anything, I know I need the long putter. Look, first of all, my back's kind of messed up. Secondly, I'm not a very good putter, so I need all the help I can get. I mustered up two putts back to back, so I am 1 over for my worst ball and even for my best ball. And for me, that's okay because that's the first time I hit a golf ball in a while. So good guys up again, best ball. I'm going to try and go for the green. This is a reachable par 4. I'm swinging out of my shoes at this point. I'm starting to warm up. Back's feeling good. I know that golf ball finished plugged in the bunker, so we ended up taking my other golf ball. But this one, I'm hitting the 2 4-irons back to back, kind of like these punchy, controlled shots, because look, I'm not trying to put myself in the water on the right side or out of bounds. I'm just trying to avoid double bogeys and big mistakes. So I was fortunate enough to do a couple back-to-back knockdown Tiger-esque shots, even though I'm nowhere near Tiger. And I'm feeling pretty good. So here's my worst ball. And a couple more divots like that, I'm in China. And you can see I hit it on the green. Not too bad. I'm just saying, let me just do better than that so I don't have to have a long chip or anything like that. So I luckily get that a little bit closer. So I'm still stuck with my worst one, but at least it's putting. I got a couple of good chips here for my best ball. I get aggressive with the second one because I put the first one in play. A little too aggressive. And here is my worst golf ball. And that was just horrid. So I figured, whatever. I'm just going to put the other one next to it. There's no real reason trying. Now this one, I have to try and make 1 of these to get to 1 under. And my usual blow by the hole. But I got lucky and made that second one. And let's see if I can make a couple back-to-backs. And of course not. And that's why I need that broomstick. And it doesn't even work sometimes. And now I'm just furious. I carried that 3-putt over to the next hole. Even though this is the good guy swing, I swing as hard as I possibly could. Even had that recoil going to make myself look good. And I think I pulled my back, but I'm not too sure. And here's another one. I swing just as aggressive because it's best ball. This one went pretty good. I don't think it's as far as the first one. And now I go into the worst ball. So I'm just trying to guide one down the left-hand side. I aim left, swing out pretty normally, hit it right down the middle. So I figured, let me just try and do that again so I don't hit one in somebody's house while they're barbecuing. And it actually went pretty good. And here's my 4 golf balls. This is the first time I hit 4 golf balls since 1989, which is pretty impressive for me. So I have to decipher which one is which. These are my worst balls, so I'm just trying to guide it up there. And I think I guided this one a little bit too much because this one can take out some worms and some squirrels, so that's not the idea, but at least it's safe. So the next one, I take a different club. Let me just hit this even safer, trying to bunt one up there. And the worst one of those is still okay. Now we go to the good one. I'm trying to get this home in 2, so I reach back for my inner Tiger, my inner John Daly, and I swing out of the fences. And sure enough, this one just blows out to the right, and that's okay. I'm aiming to the right because where that pin is cut, it's on the left-hand side. I have a huge green, so I'd rather come in from the right side because I have a lot of green to work with. Here is the calm guy, the one that's just trying to guide the golf ball. Worst ball, we're just trying to get both of these on the green. Just give me a couple 2-putts and let me walk away with par. My goal is to stay at that 1 over. Here's another shot. Let's see if I can get this a little bit closer. And I actually get this one closer, so my worst ball is pretty good. Now we go to the best ball. Now this one's going to be fun because I try one shot with a lob wedge. I'm trying to carry this golf ball halfway down and let it kind of roll out. I catch it a little bit thin, but it worked out in my favor. As it lands on the green, it kind of takes a couple hops and just kind of checks a little bit and stops right there, and that's fine by me. So if that's my best ball, I'm looking pretty good. So now I decide, let me try an 8-iron. I'm going to take this 8-iron and open it up and add some loft to it. And the whole idea of that is I'm trying to land it on the front third of the green and let it roll out more. So my vision is a front third. I take my shot and let's see what happens. You can see it pitches up a little bit too far, but it still checks. And we end up taking that golf ball. So that just shows you there is some different approaches you can do out of the bunker. And it's not always grabbing that lob wedge. And again, I Benny Hill it and trying to figure out which one is which. And I'm pacing them out. And this one's actually the worst one. So I have to make 2 of these in a row. Can I do it? Nope. And I made the second one, but now I have 2 kind of putts to save par, and I need to make one of these. And that first one was just horrible, and the second one made in, so I made my birdie, and then I tapped in the last 2 for par. So overall, my best golf ball was 2 under, my worst golf ball is 2 over. Now, why is this important? This is a great drill for you guys to do, because if you play your worst ball and you are having a hard time, it just opens up where you're weak at, and that's where you should focus. So try this a couple times. Don't play on 9 holes because you'll pull your hair out, and I don't want to be left with a bill for a new wig. This is not the Wig Academy, this is the Golf Academy. So try that a few holes, let me know how you feel. If you like that, hit that like and subscribe. If you enjoy this, let me know, and I'll do more of this type of stuff. But I will see you next time, and don't forget that 1,000 sub giveaway, 10 free lessons on me. And if you don't live down here, I will buy you some from your local PGA Pro. You can't get better than that. Fairways and greens.